So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, whatever part of the world you're currently listening and watching our video blog. Today's Saturday, the 28th, I believe, of March. And I've decided to do this video blog in honor of my baby girl, Bella. As many of you have seen on various videos that I posted, my baby girl is a world traveler. She was born in Iași, Romania. Initially, I thought she was a Chihuahua puppy, actually, because she was so thin, malnourished, and tiny when I got her. When I basically adopted her from this little boy who decided to sell her to me, and that was back in 2008, almost 2 decades ago, when I first moved to Romania with the US Peace Corps. So I adopted Princess Bella, and she would sleep inside my shirt whenever I'm in bed or laying on the couch. She would sneak up and go under my shirt and sleep next to my heart. So she's always wanting to be near Daddy's heart. And we would travel, throughout Europe and back and forth via, Washington, D.C. And then come back down to the Hampton Roads area and visit my parents. And then go back up to Washington and again return to Europe together. So Bella was a great companion. I would never ever imagine that I would be able to find a puppy dog that has the same intelligence and character as my Princess Bella. Okay, so I'm dedicating this video blog to her. Granted that last week, Friday evening, she took her last breath in the arms of her daddy. So I was the last person that she saw and smelled before crossing into the Rainbow Bridge to meet up with Big Brother Raider, Big Sister Angie, Uncle Pacey, and Grandfather Rambo, as well as Wobble and other puppies that we had the pleasure and honor to be the parent. So look up there, he's got his puppies walking around also, and now he's putting them on a leash. Technically he's not allowed to let his dog loose in this park. So I figured I'll talk a little bit about Bella, as she now is enjoying herself among the angels up in heaven, where you see that airplane that she enjoys traveling in, the clouds. Okay, on board our flight back and forth to Europe and to the US. And to be honest, I'm kind of torn between missing her so much and being at peace that she's now up in heaven, because she's gone through a lot of aches and pains, and tried to hang on for daddy as much as she could, up until I said to her that it's okay for her to go to the Rainbow Bridge and be among our other fur babies. So I'm still trying to cope with the loss, and given that I'm currently campaigning and I managed to keep myself busy, it hasn't fully hit me to the point that I go into a deep depression. Okay, so let me just show you this little creek here. Yeah, so I've yet to process my grief and loss of the love of my life, Bella. Okay, yesterday her remains was delivered to my house because I had her cremated, so that the next time I travel overseas, then I will take some of her ashes with me, because she definitely loves to travel with daddy. Unfortunately, the last time she managed to travel with daddy was before the pandemic. Okay, folks. So, what was Bella like growing up? She's the best little puppy anyone could ask for. She's not a high maintenance type of puppy. She eats whatever you give her. She basically cuddles with you when it's time to go to bed. She doesn't stay up and try to get you to operate around her schedule. She operates around your schedule. So Bella was that type of princess. She was that type of baby girl, always looking out for daddy. And she was my muse. She was my campaign manager, psychiatrist, secretary, my model, and everything and anything that daddy needs help with. She's surrounded and she's there for me. Okay, folks. So she was 18 years old when she passed, and in doggy years, that's pretty much up there. That's close to 90 years old in doggy years. Okay, but through it all, she went through the ups and downs with daddy, and never left my side. Okay. I learned so much from her as a loyal puppy. She's the very best dog I've ever had the honor to be with. Okay. So if any of you have lost your fur baby, please comment and share your experience at the bottom section of this video blog. There's the message there to share how you manage to cope and continue on after losing your precious fur baby. So like I said, it hasn't really hit me yet. I'm still kind of in shock in a way, but I was expecting it because I've seen her struggle a lot just leading up to her passing. She did not eat for a few days, at least 4 days she didn't eat, and she was on pain medications. She was consuming some liquid, fluids, water, and a little bit of milk. But you can tell that she was struggling big time. And I just had to tell her that it would be okay for her to go on and be with our other fur babies, as well as her grandparents from Romania, because she was taking care of Dana's parents also, who had passed a few years ago, both of them. So now she's with them. But here we are. It's always the ones that remains on this earth that goes through the grieving process and the suffering after a loss, especially such a big loss like this. So I just thought I'd reflect on Bella's life and honor her with this video blog specifically, because to me she's like a human being. Okay, she's probably more important to me than some other human beings that I know in my life. I know it's funny, but I'm being honest. Even though she didn't talk to me, she made me feel how much she treasured her time with me and how much she loves me by just letting me feel it. Sometimes in life, it's not what you say that makes a difference. It's how you make people feel, because those are the things that last. Words, they're important, but it's much better when you make people feel that you love them and you care for them. Okay, so I'm imparting this with you in the way that you deal with the public and with the people in your lives, and even in professionally. All right, folks, always leave people with a smile. All right, no matter how tough things are, no matter how crummy the day is, no matter how irrelevant and unimportant people make them feel good about themselves, because those are the only things that really last in today's world. Material things can be earned. You can pick up anything that is material in today's world. Absolutely anything. Their money can be earned in a split second, but a life that you've managed to touch for a split second will be remembering you for the rest of their lives, whoever that person is. People have asked me about my position regarding wealth creation, materialistic things, and relationship building. And to me, it's always important to build relationships. Okay, wealth, you can amass wealth in a matter of days, weeks, months, or a couple years. You can be wealthy. Okay, so make sure that you balance things out. You make people feel good about themselves while you're building your wealth. All right, so thank you everyone for joining me on this video blog on this Saturday afternoon. There's a bunch of you, so I'm not gonna mention everyone, but thank you for joining me and listening in and leaving some messages with your thoughts here. thank you so much for going on a walk with me. I appreciate your time and your continued support. So what I was talking about is how my baby girl Bella made me feel, and treated me as the number one superhero in her life. Bella was that type of girl. She was that type of baby girl in which she wanted her daddy to feel special at all costs. So I don't think I'll be able to find any other fur baby, okay, that would be just like Bella. And frankly, I'm not considering adopting a fur baby anytime soon. And that's just how I feel right now. Because I am still going through this grieving process, but I also have to focus on my other activities and projects. So I think eventually things will manifest itself when I least expect it. So I have been trying to prepare myself for that grief process. Yeah. So like I said, if you guys have anything that you would like to share about your own personal story about losing your fur baby and how you managed to cope, I'd love to learn from you. Love to hear from you. Okay. So springtime is normally when me and Bella would go out for walks, either in Washington DC or in the Hampton Roads area or in Eastern Europe when things start to warm up. This is like her perfect weather to be going out and about. So you see her over there with her puppy. This is the perfect time for us to go for a walk. And she passed right into the beginning of the spring season, the season when she wants to go out and with daddy. So that's very symbolic that she waited until it's time for us to go back out for a walk. So everything that Bella did was very symbolic. She's a very intelligent puppy. She's probably one of the most intelligent puppies that I've ever owned. It's like she's got this human, psyche that she knows how to interact with her daddy and other people. Just like a person, like a human being. So, yeah, that's something that I would really miss about her so much, because she interacts as if she's a human being. Okay. Anyway, so this park is a really special park to me, because when I was a kid, I would come out here and kick with my ball, run around with my soccer ball. It's a perfect place for me to hang out as a kid. And yeah, it's nice to be back here, but eventually I'm heading on back to Washington. But it's always nice to visit this park. Anyway, yep. And I wanted to just kind of point this out also, that if you guys plan on traveling with your fur babies on the plane, always give them double the space that they need. I didn't learn that until my first few flights with the Princess. So try to make traveling as comfortable and efficient for your fur baby as much as possible. Sometimes you end up having to pay more to get by putting your fur baby in a bigger crate, but making sure your fur baby's comfortable is the number one priority. Okay, I just thought I'd share this tidbit of information for those of you who plan on traveling with your fur baby. So yeah, anyway, what else is going on? So I got my fur baby after 5 days after she was cremated, and the urn that she came with was it was a brown and white urn that I picked at the crematorium. And I'm thinking about getting her a custom-made urn with her picture on the urn itself, because I plan to keep it for the rest of my life until it's time for me to go and meet her in heaven. So I'm just gonna order a custom-made urn for baby Bella, and I'm also going to be considering to take her overseas with me eventually. I think she would like that. She would enjoy being on a plane again and traveling with Daddy, since she wasn't able to travel for a long time. All right, folks. So, yeah, that's today's reality for me and the Princess. Thank you for all the condolences and very kind, thoughtful, caring messages, folks. I appreciate it. It really helps when people, send kind words to those who are grieving. But as I have realized right now, is I'm probably not 100% yet in fully understanding what took place, just because of my busy schedule. But I believe eventually things will manifest itself, and I'm gonna need some help from the public eventually. So Anyway, so another factoid about Princess Bella was she was actually the runt of the whole stock of puppies that was put up for adoption. She was the ones that people didn't want to take because she was so malnourished and skinny and just did not look like a healthy puppy. And lo and behold, after she was dewormed and gotten her nutrients and supplements, she turned out to be a very, very beautiful princess. So that just tells you folks that never to judge a book by its cover. You know, make a great decision of building up someone or building up anything that you want to invest in. You know, don't be attracted by shiny objects, is what I'm trying to tell you. There's a lot of shiny objects out in this world, but not all of them are worth buying. Not all of them are worth investing in. So I just thought I'd point this out because my Princess Bella was not the prettiest puppy when I got her. And in all frankness, I probably wouldn't have taken her because initially I wanted to get a fish from the open marketplace, like a goldfish, you know, just to have a pet inside my little apartment. And lo and behold, my path and Bella's path crossed, and everything else was history. She was the very best thing that happened to me in the last 18 years of my life. I mean, seriously, folks. I mean, we went through ups and downs together that I wouldn't have fathomed is humanly possible. But, you know, we managed to succeed and survive through it all. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that little tidbit about picking the right, you know, puppy or person or project or job, whatever it is. Don't be fooled by shiny things. Okay, folks? When you live in a consumerism, capitalistic society where everything's marketed and everything is hyped up, it's so much easier to lose focus on what's important in life. So yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that do not be fooled by shiny things, shiny objects. Okay. All right, folks. Yeah, so we're close to where we started, and I am truly humbled and honored for you to keep on, you know, supporting us and contributing to our project, as well as informing the public about our overall campaign, which is the utilization of the social media platform in economic development worldwide. Now, there's a lot of controversy around social media nowadays, and I can understand why. But if you use a tool meant to do good in this world, it will yield good things. If you use a tool to destroy and harm and create violence, then you'll get the effects of those by default. So I just thought I'd let you know this. Right? So anyway, I'm glad I got to walk in this very nice weather. It started off cold, but after a few minutes walking, I start to warm up, and I'm actually sweaty now. So it's been a good walk, great day. I'm very blessed to enjoy the view today, in spite of my heart aching for my loss, because I know there are going to be times that I would want to hold my princess and kiss her head and her snout, my favorite, and she won't be there. And those are going to be the tough times when I feel like I need her assistance, her companionship, and her cuddly ways. I know I will miss all those, but I guess that's life, folks. Sometimes it's never fair. Sometimes life sucks. Sometimes, no matter what you do, people are gonna try to pin you down. But I am truly glad and blessed that my Princess Bella was with me for 18 years, and we had a lot of great time together. With this said, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, but before I do that, I would like for you to see my baby girl in her new. Hello, baby girl. Hello, my love. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Take care.